Hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our conference call today. It's my pleasure to participate in HUYA's earnings call for the first time and to speak with all of you. HUYA celebrated its 7th anniversary last week, a remarkable milestone in this industry. Since I assumed my role as HUYA's chairman in May, I have conducted a comprehensive review of the company's business strategies with the company's management and business operations teams. As a leading game live streaming platform, HUYA has served a large number of game enthusiasts, content creators, and partners in the industry value chain since its inception. Now, we aim to build on HUYA's success and experience to expand the company's role in the game industry. We will be exploring more opportunities that complement HUYA's well-established user community and content ecosystem to drive long-term sustainable business development. We shared a brief strategy update with you earlier this month, and we'd like to take the opportunity today to elaborate on our latest plans. Given HUYA's proven track record in the game live streaming market and close collaboration with industry partners, we are well positioned to achieve these new goals. As the company enters a new phase of development, I am confident that our upgraded vision will promote sustainable vitality and propel HUYA's future growth. Now, I would like to turn the call over to our acting co-CEO and SVP, Junhong Huang, to discuss our strategies in greater detail. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lin, and hi everyone. I'm glad to speak with you today. To expand on our chairman's remarks, let me share some specifics about HUYA's current key objectives with respect to our new strategy. First, we plan to shift our commercialization focus going forward, exploring and increasing our users' value by integrating more game-related services into our platform. Since HUYA's inception, we have largely monetized our user base through our live streaming service, which primarily generate revenue by commissioning users' visual gifts paid to broadcasters. Converting regular users into paying users involves a relatively long process under our current core model, and conversion efficiency has yet to be improved. However, as most of you know, a significant part of our users are also gamers, and based on our surveys and insights, the active gamer user on HUYA Live are willing to spend both on gameplay and related in-game purchase. Also, the proportion and amount of in-game spending by these gamer users tend to be higher than that of general gamers. Our rich game and sport content offerings have already satisfied our gamer users' content consumption needs, and we believe we can further capture this user group's commensurate value by meeting their broader game-related needs with expanded service models such as game distribution, in-game item sales, and game advertising. Let's take in-game item sales as an example. We have previously held several successful in-game sales of game tools, but these were one-time events that functioned mainly as marketing and promotional activities for those games. Going forward, we plan to regularize in-game item sales and establish a recurrent cooperation mechanism with various games to meet users' ongoing demand for in-game purchase of skins, weapons, and other items, especially when users watch broadcasters utilize these items during live games played on HUYA. In addition to boosting monetization for our platform, this new service offering will provide additional channels for game publishers to promote their in-game products and expand our broadcasters' income streams. We are currently discussing commercial terms for this type of cooperation with an array of game studios and are looking forward to future partnerships with additional games. Furthermore, the technical support required to implement this business is already in place. Earlier this month, we completed development of our in-game item mall function, which will be embedded into certain of our live channels' yellow shopping cart icons. Once game users buy their game accounts with their HUYA account, they can seamlessly buy in-game items when watching live streaming content for use in related games. According to our plan, we will implement the function on small scale soon. Another priority is to expand income streams for our content creators and optimize our content cost structure. At present, our broadcasters' income mainly consists of the sign-on fee we provide and their share visual gift revenue. For many game broadcasters, the relatively fixed sign-on fee is a major source of income. As we explore and develop a wider range of game-related services, we will work to optimize our content creators' income structure by enabling them to earn a greater share of game-related service revenue, including revenues from in-game item sales, game distribution, and advertising, among other services. Diverse income streams will also increase HUYA's value proposition to content creators, attracting more broadcasters and their fan bases to our platform. We believe this adjustment to our content cost structure will boost the broadcasters' financial rewards while better aligning our content cost with our revenue. To affect this transformation, we will first harness various technologies to upgrade the technical infrastructure required for our new service and products. As I mentioned above, our in-game item mall function is already well underway. We also plan to upgrade interest tags across our live platform, which will allow users to earlier identify in-game items meeting their personalized needs, as well as to discover new games or other content catering to their interest. In embracing the latest tech trends, we plan to actively explore the application of AI technologies, including large language model and AIGC, to capture user interest trends and help create more engaging interactive content and experiences. In addition, we will further enhance our compliance capabilities by continuously investing in advanced technologies, including an AI-powered content monitoring system to minimize operational risk and sustain a healthy community atmosphere on our platform. We are proactively restructuring several aspects of our business for more targeted allocation of internal resources to advance our strategic transition towards a more balanced and sustainable development pathway. To that end, we are planning to scale back certain less cost-effective live streaming features, as well as financial incentives for live streaming revenue generating campaigns and the proportion of our fixed spend on broadcasters. Although this adjustment may result in fluctuation in our operational and financial metrics in the near term, we believe our market-leading position and strong execution capabilities will support our pursuit of long-term profitability improvement. Our primary goal is to increase our game-related service revenues to approximately 30% of total net revenues within 3 years, creating a more balanced and diverse revenue mix to strengthen our foundation for long-term success. We are confident these transformation initiatives will empower our sustainable growth as we remain committed to serving the needs and interests of more users, content creators, and industry partners. With that, I will now turn the call over to our acting co-CEO and VP of Finance, Ashley Wu, to share more details on our second quarter results. Ashley, please go ahead.
Thank you, Junhong, and hello everyone. I'll provide some updates on our operating metrics and financials for the second quarter of 2023. On the user side, HUYA Live's mobile MAUs reached 82.9 million in the second quarter, compared with 82.1 million in the first quarter and 83.6 million for the same period last year. The slight sequential improvement was mainly attributable to the increased esports content and entertainment programs we offer in the quarter. Recent new game launches also enriched the platform's game content. Meanwhile, users and broadcasters' time spent on offline entertainment activities continue to affect us to some degree, especially given several short public holidays during the quarter. Overall, we maintain a stable user scale in the second quarter, with the next month's user retention rate staying above 70%. Now, the content side. In terms of licensed esports events, we broadcasted around 75 third-party professional esports tournaments in the second quarter of 2023, attracting a viewership of approximately 490 million. We broadcasted a higher number of events in Q2 than in Q1, as more tournaments were scheduled, but fewer events than in the same period of last year, as we continue to implement stricter content procurement policies. Domestic professional leagues for major game titles such as the LPL Summer, KPL Spring, and CFPL Summer continue to deliver strong performances. Also, both the LOL Mid-Season Invitational and the CSGO Blast Paris Major proved very popular. In June, we broadcasted Valorant Master Tokyo, a tournament featuring professional teams from China and around the world. Given the timing of this major event just before the official China launch of Valorant in July, it attracting attention from our users and served as an engaging teaser for this new game on our platform. Currently, Valorant is gradually cultivating its streamers and co-audience on HUYA, and we expect to offer more related content, including self-organized tournaments, as its domestic esports league system develops. We also broadcasted more than 30 self-organized esports tournaments and entertainment TGC shows in the second quarter, with a total viewership of approximately 100 million. For self-produced content, we aim to create a matrix of high-quality in-house IPs. The new seasons of our HUYA branded All-Star Cup for Peacekeeper Elite and Thunder Cup for Honor of Kings were among our most watched events during the quarter. After multiple seasons, the Thunder series has become one of the most influential IPs for HOK tournaments on our platform alongside the official KPL competitions. During the CSGO Brest Paris major event, we conducted our commentary program, HUYA Major, live from a studio in Paris, winning rates from the tournament's audience and increasing our user community's interaction with the event. In addition, we held the 8th season of HUYA Kung Fu Carnival during the quarter, extending this long-running program's popularity. It's also worth mentioning that we recently leveraged its success to launch a series of carnival-type programs, integrating both offline and online activities, such as basketball carnival and billiards carnival, capitalizing on the growing demand for entertaining sports content. In line with our new strategies, we will continue to focus on developing our user community and enhancing our content ecosystem across user-generated content, professional user-generated content, as well as licensed and self-produced professional programs. We are confident that our high-quality content and superior user experience will continue to support our business transformation. In terms of financial performance, we achieved total net revenue of RMB 1.82 billion and non-GAAP net profit of RMB 115 million for the second quarter of 2023. Despite the year-over-year revenue decrease amid a challenging micro and regulatory environment, we continue to make progress in optimizing costs and expenses. In Q2, our gross margin improved both year-over-year and quarter-over-quarter, primarily driven by savings in content costs as we continue to scrutinize content-related spending, particularly content licensing and broadcaster-related costs. Along with the efficiency gains we maintain, we further narrow our operating loss with a non-GAAP operating loss of approximately RMB 2 million in the second quarter. Let's move on to our Q2 financial details. Our total net revenues were RMB 1.82 billion for Q2, a decline from RMB 2.28 billion for the same period last year. Live streaming revenues were RMB 1.72 billion for Q2, compared with RMB 2.05 billion for the same period last year, primarily due to a decrease in the number of quarterly paying users on HUYA Live to 4.6 million for the second quarter of 2023, from 5.6 million for the same period of 2022. The decline in the number of quarterly paying users was primarily attributable to the soft macro and industry environment, as well as the increase in offline entertainment activities, which affected the time spent by long-tail users on our platform. Advertising and other revenues were RMB 106 million for Q2, compared with RMB 223 million for the same period last year. This was primarily due to a significant decrease in content sub-licensing revenues. If we exclude the impact of the reduction in content sub-licensing revenues as a result of our amended licensing agreement for LOL metrics in January, the remaining portion of advertising and other revenues recorded single-digit growth year-over-year. Cost of revenues decreased by 25% year-over-year to RMB 1.55 billion for Q2, primarily due to decreased revenue sharing fees and content costs, as well as bandwidth costs. Revenue sharing fees and content costs decreased by 24% year-over-year to RMB 1.34 billion for Q2, primarily due to the decrease in revenue sharing fees associated with the decline in live streaming revenues, and lower costs related to esports content as well as content creators. Bandwidth costs decreased by 34% year-over-year to RMB 101 million for Q2. This was primarily due to improved bandwidth cost management and continued technology enhancement efforts. Gross profit was RMB 273 million, and gross margin was 15% for Q2. Excluding share-based compensation expenses, non-GAAP gross profit was RMB 278 million, and non-GAAP gross margin was 15.3% for Q2. Research and development expenses decreased by 14% year-over-year to RMB 144 million for Q2, primarily due to decreased personnel-related expenses. Sales and marketing expenses increased by 6% year-over-year to RMB 106 million for Q2, primarily due to increased promotional fees. General and administrative expenses decreased by 9% year-over-year to RMB 75 million for Q2, primarily due to decreased personnel-related expenses and share-based compensation expenses. Other income was RMB 24 million for Q2, compared with RMB 50 million for the same period of 2022, primarily due to lower indirect tax refunds and government subsidies. As a result, operating loss was RMB 29 million for Q2, compared with RMB 81 million for the same period of 2022. Interest and short-term investment income was RMB 125 million for Q2, compared with RMB 66 million for the same period of 2022, primarily due to increased interest rates and improved management of deposit products. Net income attributable to HUYA Inc. was RMB 23 million for Q2, compared with a net loss attributable to HUYA of RMB 19 million for the same period of 2022. Excluding the share-based compensation expenses and impairment loss of investments, non-GAAP net income attributable to HUYA Inc. was RMB 115 million for Q2, compared with RMB 6 million for the same period of 2022. Non-GAAP net income margin was 6.3% for Q2. Diluted net income per ADS was RMB 0.09 for Q2. Non-GAAP diluted net income per ADS was RMB 0.47 for Q2. As of June 30, 2023, the company had cash and cash equivalents, short-term deposits, and long-term deposits of RMB 10.8 billion, compared with RMB 10.3 billion as of March 31st, 2023. Before we conclude, I'm pleased to announce that HUYA's Board of Directors has approved a share repurchase program under which the company may repurchase up to $100 million of its ASDs or ordinary shares over the next 12 months. I believe this move further deepen our commitment to building long-term value for our shareholders. With that, I would now like to open the call to your questions.
Thank you. If you wish to ask a question, please press star 1 and 1 on your telephone and wait for your name to be announced. To withdraw your question, please press star 1 and 1 again. For the benefit of all participants on today's call, if you wish to ask your question to management in Chinese, please immediately repeat your question in English. We will take our first question. Your first question comes from the line of Thomas Chong from Jefferies. Please go ahead. Your line is open.
晚上好，谢谢管理层接受我的提问。我的问题是关于我们新的一个战略，可不可以提供更多的 details， 或者是一些阶段性的一些target 呢，可以跟大家分享一下呢？Thanks management for taking my questions. My first question is about our new strategies. Can management give us more details about the implementation? And secondly, talking about the target for our new strategies, are there any short, medium, and long-term targets that we can share? Thank you.
OK。我是俊宏，我来回答一下 Thomas 这个问题。关于公司的这个新战略的问题，基于虎牙现在的用户社群还有内容生态，我们希望进一步能够去提升游戏内容的商业化变现能力，并增强产业联动，在提高我们在游戏直播市场地位和开发游戏价值链长期机会方面，为虎牙带来新的突破，推动业务的长期可持续发展。我们的主要目标和计划包括以下几点。
Based on HUYA's existing user community and content ecosystem, we hope to further enhance the commercialization of game content and strengthen the industrial linkage, bring new breakthroughs to HUYA in improving our position in the game market, and develop long-term opportunities in the game value trend, and promote the long-term sustainable development of the business. And our main goals and plans include the following points.
首先，将商业化的重点转向更多与游戏相关的服务，如游戏分发、游戏道具售卖和游戏广告等等，深入挖掘游戏用户的商业价值。这个方向是建立在我们众多游戏玩家用户的这个基础上的。尽管我们的用户有意愿并且有能力在游戏上进行消费，但是受制于我们此前的商业模式，我们在虎牙平台上面的游戏相关消费非常有限。因此我们计划通过加强和上游游戏厂商的合作，并联动我们的主播，来提供更多游戏服务相关的业务。这不但可以满足游戏玩家用户观看游戏直播时购买游戏内道具和发现新游并下载的需求，也为游戏厂商带来额外的营收渠道，并增加主播的收入来源，对于产业链上面的各个方面都会有益处。
We shift the focus of commercialization towards game-related services, such as game distribution, game item sales, and game advertisements, so as to deeply explore the commercial value of game users. This is based on our significant gamer population. Although our users are willing and able to spend money on games, their related consumption on HUYA platform has been very limited due to our previous business model, and therefore we plan to provide more game-related services by strengthening cooperation with the upstream game studios and broadcasters. This can not only meet the needs of the gamers to buy in-game items and discover and download new titles when watching live games, but also bring additional revenue channels for game manufacturers and increase the revenue stream for broadcasters, which is beneficial to all the parties in the industry chain.
同时我们将努力优化平台上面内容创作者的这个收入结构，扩大主播在虚拟礼物收入分成和签约费之外的收入来源，让主播的收入中 获得更多从游戏道具销售、分发和广告的分成收入，这也有利于增强HUYA内容成本和收入的关联性，降低固定的签约成本，提高内容成本的使用效率。
At the same time, we strive to optimize the income structure of content creators on our platform and expand the income sources for broadcasters other than virtual gift revenue sharing and sign-on fees, and let the broadcasters get more income from the sales, distribution, and advertising of game items. This is also conducive to enhancing the relevance between HUYA's content cost and income, and reducing the fixed sign-on fee cost and improve the efficiency of the content cost we expand.
从现阶段来看呢，目前我们主要进行新业务的基础设施的搭建，包括对于提供游戏相关服务所需的功能和产品的打造，同时呢，也在和相关的游戏工作室和发行商磋商商业条款。我们在这个月初基本完成了游戏道具售卖商城的功能的开发，计划今年内把游戏道具售卖和游戏分发的流程跑通，并实现几款游戏的接入。所以这部分业务预计在23年的收入规模可能还相对较小，但同时我们也对直播变现业务进行了一些调整，减少了一些效率比较低的资源的投入。
At this stage, we're mainly engaged in the infrastructure building for new business, including the creation of functions and products needed to provide game-related services, and also negotiating commercial terms with relevant game studios and publishers. Earlier this month, we basically completed the development of the function of in-game item sales mall and plan to activate the process of in-game item sales and game distribution this year and make them available on several games. Therefore, this part of business is expected to have a relatively small scale of income in the year 2023. At the same time, we're also making some adjustments to the live broadcast monetization business to reduce some inefficient resource investment.
接下来我们会覆盖更多游戏来提供相关的服务，包括更多的主流游戏以及潜在上线的新游，并且进一步打磨用户体验。我们的目标是未来3年持续提高HUYA游戏相关服务的收入比例，力求在25年的时候，游戏相关服务收入比例占总收入的这个比例达到约 30%， 实现公司更加平衡的这个收入结构。
And next, we will expand game-related services to more games, including mainstream games and potential new titles, and further optimize the user experiences. And our goal is to continuously increase the revenue proportion of game-related services in the next 3 years, and strive to achieve a more balanced income structure for the company as a whole, by which we mean that we hope to make this part of game-related services income as about 30% of the total income.
Thank you. Let's have the next question, please.
Thank you. We will take our next question. Your next question comes from the line of Daniel Han from UBS. Please go ahead. Your line is open.
感谢管理层给我们提问的机会。我的问题是，公司现在正在经历战略转型和业务的主动调整，我们现在应该如何看待下半年的收入和利润趋势？ Let me translate myself. The company is going through a major strategic transformation. Given this, what is the outlook for the revenue and margins in the second half of this year? Thank you.
好的，那我现在来回答一下关于收入和利润趋势的这个问题。在我们进行业务转型的过程中，为了针对性的调动和分配内部资源，我们已经开始对现有业务的多个方面进行主动调整。例如，我们在缩减某些效益较低的直播功能，调整直播营收方面的营收活动的刺激，以及主播固定签约费的比例。那这些调整可能在短期内令我们的运营和财务指标出现波动，尤其是在今年下半年新业务收入规模还比较有限的时候，直播业务营收由于受到资源调配影响的情况下， 同比下降幅度较上半年可能会有扩大，因此对整体收入也会有较为明显的影响。
In transforming our business in order to mobilize and allocate internal resources in a more targeted manner, we have begun to actively adjust various aspects of our existing business. For example, we are reducing some inefficient live broadcast functions, adjusting the incentives for live broadcaster activities, and the proportion of fixed sign-on fees. These adjustments may cause fluctuations in our operational and financial indicators in the short term, especially in the second half of this year, when the scale of the new business revenue is relatively small and the year-over-year decline of live broadcast business revenue may be larger than that in the first half of this year due to the impact of resource rate allocation. So this will have a more obvious impact on the overall revenue.
与此同时，我们依然会继续推进降本增效的措施，对于支出采取较为严格的控制。尽管会有一些新的投入，比如说产品研发和引进一些和新业务相关的人才等，但是赛事版权和主播等内容开支会持续保持比较谨慎。而在运营费用上，对于渠道推广方面也会较为谨慎。因此，从利润的情况来看，我们依然维持全年的毛利提升以及 non-GAAP 净亏损较22年收窄的一个预期。
At the same time, we'll continue to promote measures to reduce the cost and increase efficiency and adopt stricter control over expenditures. Although there will be some new investments such as further research and development and talent acquisition related to new businesses, we'll continue to be cautious about the content expenses such as copyrights and broadcasters, and we'll be cautious about channel promotion in terms of operating expenses. And in terms of the profit, we still maintain the expectation that the gross profit margin will increase for the whole year and the non-GAAP net loss will be narrower than that in 2022.
从中长期来看，由于游戏相关业务的毛利率预计比现有直播业务更高，在更高毛利业务营收占比增加的基础上，同时由于主播相关的内容成本与收入更加具有关联性，我们预计整体利润情况将得以提升，希望在未来能够取得可持续的盈利水平。
In the medium and long term, the GP margin of the game-related business is expected to be higher than that of the existing live broadcast business. With a bigger mix of high gross margin business revenue, and because of the content cost related to broadcasters more closer to income, we expect the overall profit situation will be improved and be maintained sustainably.
Thank you. Let's have next question, please.
Thank you. We will take our next question. And the question comes from the line of Li Zhang from Bank of American Securities. Please go ahead, your line is open.
Hi, 管理层晚上好，谢谢接受我的提问。我的第一个问题是想问一下，怎么看我们近期的这个监管环境，还有对我们直播业务有没有新的影响？再一个是想问一下，腾讯最近上的这个就是新游戏无畏契约在我们平台上的表现，谢谢。Thanks management for taking my question. My first question is regarding the update on the recent regulatory environment and any impact to our business. Secondly, how should we look at the performance of Tencent's newly launched game Valorant in our platform? Thank you.
好的，关于监管的问题我来回答一下。那目前政府部门对于直播平台上内容、主播和用户的行为以及未成年人保护方面的管理要求是越来越规范化、体系化，整体管理趋势也是比较严格和标准的。我们相信目的是为了更好地促进行业规范化水平，促进行业的良性以及可持续的发展。
At present, the authority requirements on the content of a live broadcast platform, the behavior of broadcasters and users, and the protection of minors are becoming more and more standardized and systematic, and therefore the overall management trend is also relatively standard and strict. We believe that the purpose is to better promote the standardization of the industry and promote the benign and sustainable development.
虎牙作为行业的头部企业，结合政府部门出台的各项法规要求和指导意见，近期也主动对平台上的内容和功能进行部分升级和优化调整，细化运营策略和提升效能，营造更健康的平台环境。我们也将持续对平台上的内容保持较为规范和健康的发展模式，引导公会主播加强合规意识，并注重通过技术投入来提升平台的合规能力，促进平台健康持续发展。
As a leader in our industry, HUYA has recently taken the initiative to upgrade and optimize the content and functions of our platform, and refine the operation strategy and improve the efficiency, and create a healthier platform environment. We will also continue to maintain a more standardized and healthy development model for the content on our platform, to guide broadcasters and guilds to strengthen their compliance awareness and pay attention to improving the compliance capability on the platform through technical investment.
OK， 那我来回答一下新游戏的问题。新游戏方面呢，近期上线的这个游戏的直播表现整体来说还是比较稳定的。我们也期待随着游戏本身持续受到欢迎，能吸引更多直播和衍生内容的受众。虎牙对于新游戏上线提供了相应的开播激励和流量的支持，也会联合厂商举办活动以及提供一些道具产品，并会依据不同游戏的特性给予不同的侧重。
On the front of the new game, the live streaming performances of the new games is relatively stable as a whole, and we also expect that the game itself continues to be popular. It will attract more audiences of live and derivative content. HUYA provides launch incentives and traffic support for the launch of the new games, and will also organize activities and provide some prop products together with the game companies and with weighted supports according to the different game characteristics.
例如无畏契约，目前我们已经取得领先的这个市场份额。对于这款受欢迎的电竞类型的游戏，我们会注重建立其在赛事内容生态的优势。除了官方的这个版权赛事，我们会配合其国内的电竞体系的发展。对于这款游戏推出更多虎牙的自办赛事，包括主播和专业选手参加的赛事，进一步提升这个游戏板块的活跃度。
For example, Valorant, 无畏契约, we have achieved a leading market share, and for this popular esports game, we'll focus on establishing its advantages in the content ecology of events. And in addition to the official copyright events, we will launch more self-organized events for this game, including events attended by the broadcasters and professional players to further enhance the activity of this game sector.
Okay, thank you. Next question, please.
Thank you. We will take our next question. Your next question comes from the line of Yuan Zhang from China Renaissance. Please go ahead. Your line is open.
关于此晚上好，谢谢接受我的提问。我们就想理解一下，在咱们这个商业化重心变化的情况下，公司的内容策略是怎么样的？是否会发生一些变化？谢谢。So thanks for taking my question. So with our commercialization focus shifting, what's our view on content strategy? Is there any change we plan to make? Thank you.
我们的新战略的计划和虎牙现有的这个用户社群和内容生态是联系紧密的。虎牙上丰富的电竞和游戏内容，帮助吸引和维持活跃的核心游戏用户群体。这也有助于支持我们达成提供更多游戏服务业务的目标。
Our new strategic plan is deeply embedded in HUYA's existing user groups and content ecology. The rich esports and game content on HUYA helps to attract and maintain active core game users, which will also help to support our goal of providing more game services.
OK， 主播端的内容将持续是HUYA平台内容的重要组成部分，尤其是我们的新的商业化形式，例如游戏分发和道具售卖，也将通过与主播的合作达成。我们将对于潜力主播提供更加精细的内容运营，通过将赛事解说与日常内容结合，深入挖掘游戏内容等等，帮助创造更欢迎的内容，也会对于主播带来更多技术产品上面的支持，例如弹幕互动游戏、直播互动功能、虚拟直播技术，同时也会增加对于 AIGC 的应用，这也有助于提升内容呈现的多样性。
The broadcaster content will continue to be an important part of content on HUYA's platform, especially our new commercial forms such as game distribution and prompt sales will also be achieved through cooperation with the broadcasters. We'll also provide more detailed content operations for potential and promising broadcasters and help create more popular content by combining event commentary with daily content and digging deep into the game content. They will also bring technical support of products such as bullet chatting interactive games, live interactive functions, and virtual live broadcast technologies. At the same time, this will help us to improve the application of AIGC, which will also help to enhance the diversity of the content presentation.
而在版权电竞内容上，我们会继续推行降本措施，在考虑性价比的基础上，覆盖各主流游戏头部的赛事。自制内容方面，由于其相对较高的 ROI， 我们会对其给予更多的侧重，打造出精品的自制内容 IP 矩阵，例如我们现已形成品牌的雷霆杯、猛男杯和天命杯等等。通过我们自办赛事，也能更好地承接大型版权赛事的用户流量。
As for the content of copyright esports, we will also continue to implement cost reduction measures and cover the top-tier events of major games on the basis of cost performance evaluation. As for the self-made content, due to its relatively high ROI, we will give more attention to self-made content and create a high-quality, self-organized IP matrix, such as HUYA Thunder Series, HUYA All-Star Cup, and Tianming Cup. Through our own events, we will also better absorb the user traffic from large-scale copyright events.
此外，我们会继续注重直播、视频、游戏社区等内容形式的融合，为用户持续带来更加优质的体验。谢谢。
In addition, we'll continue to pay attention to the integration of live broadcast, video, game community, and other content forms, and continue to bring user quality experiences. Thank you.
Thank you. There seems to be no further questions. Now I'd like to turn the call back over to the company for closing remarks.
Thank you once again for joining us today. If you have further questions, please feel free to contact HUYA Investor Relations through the contact information provided on our website or Piacente Financial Communications.
This concludes this conference call. You may now disconnect your line. Thank you.